This your boy E here, man, and we always got distractions, boy. These people can't stop. But anyways, I'm just here to shoot you some more of my vision. Now, you gotta realize that we can't be giving people more than what they giving us back. You know what I'm saying? You know, we live in a world full of arrogant motherfuckers, entitled people that think that you know you need to be chasing them. You need to be looking for their attention. You know what I'm saying? Nah, motherfucker, I'm only gonna give you what you giving me. You know what I'm saying? Whether you might have talked to somebody, you might have just want to see what this person buy. You know what I'm saying? But then after things might have went good for a little second, right? And then you find out that this motherfucker stop communicating. You know what I'm saying? Start ghosting. Coming in and out, that little iffy, that little wishy-washy type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear, then you're gone. You hear, you're gone. You text one time, and then I might text you. You might have text like 3 minutes afterwards and didn't get no text back from till like way later on that night, right? That's very wishy-washy. That's really a person that's trying to get you to chase them. They want to see a lot of these people want to feel like, oh yeah, this motherfucker chasing me, ha ha ha. It want my attention, you know what I'm saying? They want to gain that upper hand, you know what I'm saying? It's a competition. These motherfuckers, I don't know why they do this shit, but that's the world, that's the wave they doing these days, you know what I'm saying? That's the wave. And so, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be careful with that now. And like I said, I don't mind sharing any of my experiences with y'all, because I feel like that's why I learn shit, you know what I'm saying? My experiences. Now, my day one people, y'all might know, I haven't really broadcast this out and just like, been just like outwardly just projecting this to everybody. But I am a gay male, y'all. If you didn't know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Some people might not have knew that, you know what I'm saying? But I know God still loves me, even though some people try to make it seem like that's not the case. And I'll tell you what, if that's a problem for you, if there's a problem for you here, you can be dismissed, you can unsubscribe, it's okay. I'd rather have people on my channel who gonna fuck with me for me. So, you know what I'm saying? And that is who I am. So it is what it is. So anyways, let's get back to it. I got to talking to this one cat, you know what I'm saying? And I stopped fucking with them hookup sites, you know what I'm saying? That was the old me. I stopped fucking with those, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of seems to be a lot of demonic spirits just all up inside of that. Even other shit. But I've been fucking. But I use Tinder, you know what I'm saying? And I ran into somebody. And I only use Tinder because most people that's on there are looking for something, that's kind of like, stable, some type, people ain't just trying to hook up on that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm done with just the hookup shit. I really don't care to hook up with you. And maybe, not saying that I won't, but right now I'm not really into just trying to do all that anyways. But I ran into this one person's profile, and the one thing that stuck out to me about the profile was the fact that the person had said that they were empath. Okay, and I know I'm very empathic, so the thing is, I feel like, oh, there was something we got in common. I know usually empathic people tend to have people who want to do them wrong. People that got, just a negative energy that likes to. Most negative energies are attracted to us. You know what I'm saying? So we probably been through some shit. So, and yeah, I got to talking to this person a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, I started to realize this person might not have been through as much as me, because, as we started to get into deeper conversations, I started to realize this person really couldn't talk about certain things. It's like at the point I started thinking maybe intimidated this person, because there was nothing to come back on when I was saying certain things. I probably went a little too deep into certain things, and maybe this person have no understanding about that, which is okay. I'm not tripping, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna Like, no, I'm not finna judge you for that. I'm not finna be mad at you because of that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody ain't been through the same thing. Everybody got different motherfucking journeys. Everybody got different pathways. So I don't have no problem with those things. But at the same time, after that, this person started, like, the conversation was gone. You know what I'm saying? The conversation stopped coming. The text stopped coming. It's like, and then the person had to go to work. So I'm not tripping about that. I understand you're not going to text me as much when you're working, but it's the fact that when you text somebody and they don't text you till way later on in the day, it's like, are you really that busy? But then it's like, at the same time, I'm not finna hold that against you too, because I don't know what the fuck you doing. But at the same time, I know if a person like you and a person really fuck with you and they really want to get to know you, they're gonna find time. You know what I'm saying? People want to find time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a motherfucker really fucks with you, if a motherfucker really want to get to know you, they're gonna try and learn you. They're gonna try their hardest to find some sort of time. Ain't nobody in the world that damn busy. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people do this type of thing because what it is they're trying to get you to chase them. You know what I'm saying? They'll stop texting you and stick ghosting you, expecting you to be the one to try to text and get their attention. And you know what I'm saying? And it's just it's a game people play. You know what I'm saying? But they think you don't know the game. But you know the game. And see, the thing is, I like what God be doing with me, because see, what God do, what he been doing with me is he make people real comfortable, right? So comfortable to the point to where they start to show their hand, you know what I'm saying, and show me exactly what I need to see. And I don't mind. I used to have a problem with this. Until God got me to realize, like, this is actually a power, bro. This is something you need. You need to know what a motherfucker's about way before you start to get too serious with a motherfucker. You need to know that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad, and I'm pretty sure you would like to know that, right? And when I started thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, I like that idea, because at the same time, I would rather know now than to, invest too much time, too much of my energy, too much of my heart space into you. You know what I'm saying? And it's better for me to know ahead of time, and cut the shit short, rather than to go way down the line and have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Then, maybe have to deal with some sort of pain that comes from it. You know what I'm saying? Which will be a learning curve. But at the same time, I've been through that, which is why I'm glad God has, made it this way. You know what I'm saying? I like for you to get comfortable enough to actually, pull that mask down a little bit, start to show a little bit of your hand, and actually try to use a little bit of this manipulation type thing to actually, get me to understand what's going on with you. Now this person tried to pull a move on me, man. It was funny though. Well, now it's funny, but you know how people try to make it seem like, oh, I'm working. I was busy. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this and doing it. And this is one thing. This is how you know what I'm saying, your experiences teach you things, man, and actually are very much good weapons for you. Because see, one thing I know about a person is an empathic person. There are people who are empathetic. So one thing I know is I'm empathetic to realize that you work, you were busy. So I'm empathetic enough to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel like that if you were busy. You know what I'm saying? Which, I'm just saying it. But when you don't get that same type of thing back from a person after, because like, okay, if I'm empathetic to you, you're not empathetic to me, you're not really empathetic, and I don't really think you're an empath. Empaths are empathetic. Empaths understand where you're coming from. See, when you don't get no understanding from the other person, you understand that they're not empathetic. They don't see it from your side. They're not really seeing it from your shoes. They're just paying attention to what it is going on with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I did like about this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I prayed to God. I said, you know what, God, you gonna show, I'm pretty sure you're gonna show me what the fuck I need to see within this person. You know what I'm saying? I was already seeing things, but I wanted a little more clarity. And I was like, God, I know you're going to give me a little more clarity on this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I started to see it. You know what I'm saying? I started to see that I was empathetic and even apologized for how I was. But you know what I'm saying? I let this person know that, you know, you're painting a picture that, you know, you told me that the next day would be probably like, you'll be probably texting me a little more because, you know, you won't be that busy. But then it turns out that you didn't text me from morning to nighttime. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, I told him you painted a picture that you didn't present. And so an empathetic person would actually see that and actually be like, you know what, I'm sorry, I did say that. I could have said something in between work. You know, because like I say, ain't nobody that fucking busy, bro. I know this. But you know, at the same time, God has me in this. God makes me talk to people in a certain way to where they think that I don't know. God have it where I talk to people in a certain way to where they think that, you know, I'm naive about some shit. But it's only to bring out what you're really hiding about yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is what God do sometimes, man. God do this. He did this when I was getting fucked up and shit. And people used to take advantage of my fucking shadow clone. You know what I'm saying? But God does this on purpose, you know what I'm saying? So you can show me what the fuck I need to see. And, you know, you start to show me a lot of selfishness. You start to show me a lot of, you're not empathetic. You don't really care about my side. You only want me to be sorry for your side, and which I will. I'm going to still show you who I am. I'm still going to be who I am, even though you being who you are, and show you that, hey, I still understand that, you know what I'm saying? I understand who you are, even though you think I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing I do appreciate about this. And at the same time, I got to talking to my boy Steve-O earlier today, and he felt the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I just, like, God was giving me extra clarity on top of clarity on top of clarity. And I just was like feeling good about it, because I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is what God do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you ask him, he gonna show you. And I was just saying, and I already was seeing it. I felt good of the extra clarity God was giving me on top of everything. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, that's cool. So like I say, man, don't give people more than what they're giving you, man. Because people want to use that shit and try to play that shit on. You know, the devil love to play on your heartstrings. And I know he loved to do that with me. One thing he loved to do with me is play on my heartstrings. But, bitch, be gone. You know what I'm saying? You ain't playing on these. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I might give you the illusion of maybe you are, but you're not. Sorry, player. My bad, peoples, man. My alarm went off and shit like that. But yeah, the devil might try to play the illusion. He might want to pull on my heartstrings, but I'm gonna give him the illusion that maybe you are, but you're really not. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I appreciate what God's been doing with me, and I'm just shooting this at y'all because, you know, we all need to know this. I know it. I know a lot of y'all know it. I'm confirming it if you do know it. But if you don't, look at these type things, man. Don't chase nobody. Don't chase nobody, man. If they not willing to motherfucking you know what I'm saying, make time for you, you know what I'm saying, then they don't really want you as much as they say they do. And one thing I know is, if a person really like you, and a person really want to know you, and a person really want to get closer to you, they gonna find time. I don't give a fuck what the fuck they say they doing. Ain't nobody that busy. So I'm just shooting this at y'all, man, because y'all my people, and I love y'all, man. You know what I'm talking about. And I holla. Peace.